episode of the T and the Net, the T representing Uncle Iroh, and the Net representing the Apostle Andrew, who these are two people I believe have a sense of adventurousness, wisdom, kindness. And so Kyle has introduced me to Rachel, who he believes has some of these traits. So, Rachel, why do you think Kyle thought you might have one of these traits?
I honestly have no clue. I was really pleasantly surprised when I got the text from Kyle who said, "Hey, my friend Mika is doing this project on people who embody kindness and wisdom. I thought about you." He said, "I thought about you and wondered if you wanted to be a part of it." And me personally, I love meeting new people and I love having good conversations. So I immediately was like, "Heck yeah!" And if he's a friend of Kyle's, and he is a friend of mine. So those were my immediate thoughts when he reached out to me. I have no clue why he thought I would be a good match, but again, I'm just like happy to be here.
Okay, cool. So one of the things I talked to Kyle about was he was talking about how he was close to Suruj and how they learned from each other. Do you think Kyle learned anything from you?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, to be honest, I can't say from Kyle's perspective anything he learned from me. Um, but I could say a couple of things from my perspective, maybe things I've learned from Kyle, and we can go from there. Um, Kyle to me embodies somebody who's extremely focused and extremely what's the best way to say this? He he knows what's important to him and he works to prioritize that. And I really respect that. Whether that comes to himself, his health, his family, his wife, his studies, his work. I just see him as somebody who really understands in life what matters to him. And I think it's inspirational to have people like that. It might seem like, oh, like to me this might seem like mundane, or it's like, well, of course you should prioritize these things, of course you should prioritize family, like why that sounds so obvious. It's still really nice to see like the humility in it all, and to see like normal people in your life placing it in importance and seeing how that plays out in their life. And so to me it's just really really grounding to be around people like Kyle and to learn from people like Kyle, because every time I talk to him I'm like, oh yeah, like I I really do I really do appreciate these things, or I really do like these things, and um maybe I should be thinking more about it, or maybe I should be thinking differently about it. But I guess to sum up my entire statement, I view Kyle as a very grounded individual. I view him as somebody who has his priorities straight, and I think it's really important to have people like him in my life. Um, so yeah, those are some of the things that I learn or admire about Kyle as a friend of mine.
So that sounds like you don't think you're a very grounded individual and that you might not have your priorities straight. That's what that sounds like.
Is that what that sounds like? Okay, hold on. Let me not put myself that down. I definitely I view myself as a positive person. Um, I think no matter what happens in my life, or no matter what I've gone through, I always have a smile on my face, and I always kind of like shrug it and laugh it off. Um, Grounded priorities. Sometimes I do walk the wrong path. I'm not gonna lie, but walking wrong paths in life, or taking detours, or taking scenic routes, shouldn't always isn't always a bad thing, or doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Right now, from right like very openly, like right now I'm going through personal struggles in my life, and this is a really good opportunity to remind myself what my strengths are. Because for me, like as long as I'm waking up every single day, I have four limbs, I have a heart that's beating, like there's nothing that can really stop me from living. So yeah, I kind of took the conversation and went to like, okay, what are some positive traits to think about myself?
Okay, and so what are the strengths that you think you have? Or, you said
uh,
positive. Is that the totality of it, or
I think positivity, I think optimism, seeing the glass half full, um being And I think openness is a strength of mine. I think I'm somebody who always I'm just I always like to receive any new person, any new energy, any new idea, and I just love exploring the world. It's this sense of like happy-go-luckiness about me. So, and I hope also like to build on top of that, I hope that I bring that to other people as well. Like I hope that when people finish speaking with me, they have a sense of joy and hope about the world. They have a sense that the world is a good place, bring that positive change is possible, that anything is possible, really, um, and that they just feel good. So I kind of built a little bit more.
So, where do you think you learned that positivity and optimism?
From my father.
So he's like that too.
Oh yeah, he's definitely my father is. Um, I'm like the splitting image of my father, and the thing about me is that I'm still young, and I still have a lot to learn and a lot to go through in life. But my father has immigrated, studied in many countries, switched careers, switched jobs, had his own family, and like and lost people, and despite it all or through it all, along with it all, he still has a sense of joy, the sense of peace, and he's mentally incredibly strong. Um, I can say that after facing him in ping pong several times. When you when you face somebody in a one-on-one sport, you really get a sense of their mental toughness. So, yeah, the that my father is who I get that from.
So it sounds like he also, because you were saying something about going off the beaten path or taking detours not being a bad thing. Sounds like he's also done something similar, right? Where changing career paths, immigrating, studying all over the place. So is that something you think is worth like falling into naturally taking the scenic route? You think it's something like worth pursuing, or it's just like if it happens, it happens, and you can appreciate it. Um,
I'm in the camp of if it happens, it happens. Um, I wanting to pursue the scenic route is very that's a very interesting school of thought for me, but I definitely think like the cliche like you really never know what's going to happen in your life, um positive and negative, right? um Hopeful or despair, and like you can grow up in for me personally, like you can grow up and like know these things and say these mantras, and then when it actually like happens to you, you'll be like I'd be standing there and be like, oh man, yeah, like this is life. Well, it happened. It's like where are my own 2 feet? I'm here right now. What are the choices I can make? What are the things I can do? What are the supports that I have? Um, and just keep going.
the scenic route is it happens, it happens. This one, right? It just happens. You found yourself here. Um, and you talked about wanting to be grounded. Do you have a hope to lead? Like, are you gonna just enjoy the scenic route for a while, or do you have a hope to get back to a grounded state?
Ooh, I exist between both states here. So like in the grand scheme of things, like yes, I definitely want to get back to a grounded state. I want to get back to a grind of routine in life, of almost a mundane sense of life, where I feel like I'm living, going through motions, having a job, hanging out with friends, like all of that. But right now, for me, because I don't see a way or there's not necessarily a path for me there yet, I have no choice but to sit here and enjoy the scenic route. And so a lot of it is making peace with that right now and understanding and having faith that the passage of time will lead me somewhere else.
having faith that the passage of time will lead you somewhere else, I think is an interesting phrase. Because I mean, it's a great sentiment to have, and I think everyone should have it. I guess what gives you that faith?
Ooh, what gives me that faith? My friends.
That's good. That's great to have such a positive support system. That they
Yeah.
give you that faith.
I think if you have people in your life who really believe in you, support you, or even on a basic level, just want to hang out with you, like that reward or like that feeling of human connection, people who want to be connected with you or who are willing to connect with you is enough for me to like have faith that like, oh yeah, like um there is goodness in the world and there is good ahead of me. So even if I can't see the path, like the fact that there's good in my life right now and then there's good in my life before means that there's good ahead.
Okay, so your positivity definitely shining through. uh, I'll try and learn that one from you. The other thing that you said you were really good with was openness. What makes you say that?
Ooh. I'm somebody, I think for my personal background, I've just been exposed to a lot of different kinds of people, kinds of experiences, kinds of cultures. And as somebody who comes from a diverse culture, so to say a little bit about myself, like I am ethnically Chinese. My parents immigrated from China here, so I'm the daughter of immigrants. Um, I moved around a bit in childhood. I've lived in the Midwest, I've lived in the Mid Atlantic and New England. I've also I spent a year in the South in college, and I have friends from all like just I have friends from all sorts of walks of life. Um, I have friends who like did the college thing. I have friends who dropped out. I have friends who are going to medical school. I have friends who are taking longer to complete school. Um, and then just meeting a whole bunch of different people. I think like my joy, my sense of travel, adventure, and like wanting to talk to people and wanting to connect makes me an open person.
Do you did you just naturally meet a bunch of like all these different kinds of people, or did you go out to try and meet these people?
Um, a bit of both. A lot of people I just naturally met, like circumstantially, just was close, became like proximity wise close to people, and was like, okay, let's be friends. And then some people in my life, I did go out of my way to meet them because I thought they were interesting, or one way or the other.
Could you provide an example? Do you have someone in mind?
Somebody specifically that I went out of my way to be friends with. No, I can't provide an example. Oh no. How
That's
can I say
okay.
that?
That's
How can...
okay.
I know.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no. If you have something, go for it.
No, I can't provide an example right now, which is really funny.
That's okay. You're on the spot. It's not that deep. Then you mentioned briefly that your sense of adventurousness also helps you be open. I guess I want to ask you about your sense of adventurousness. Like
Yeah.
why do you or what do you think your sense of adventurousness looks like?
Mm. Oh, is this is a my immediate answer to that question was a very chicken and egg kind of response. Um, so I was like, oh, my sense of adventurousness comes from the fact that I'm open, or I'm open comes from the fact that I have a sense of adventure within me. Either way, I suppose that my answer to this question is that like that this like being open and being adventure be like being why am I forgetting words? Being adventurous is very entangled. It's very like I don't think you can have one without the other. Um I think like understanding how big, how diverse the world is, how much you don't know about the world, even it, like not even like talking about anything like super out there or super far away. Something like, for example, I don't know everything about my mom and dad. Like, I'm sure there's facets about my parents that every single day, I could learn more about them. I sometimes I'm just like, I don't even know everything about myself, you know? There's some things about myself that still surprise me. So again, to bring it all back, like understanding how things change, how diverse the world is, how much you don't know. To me, that embeds me with a sense of wonder and adventure and like a desire to be open and to just like learn about it all, accept it all, experience it all, that kind of thing.
So you're saying things give you a sense of wonder, or are you saying you haven't lost your sense of wonder?
Other things give me a sense of wonder.
So just the not the realization that you can still learn about the things around you, or what gives you a sense of wonder?
That realization, um, it's really in the little things that give me a sense of wonder. Going out and walking and like seeing the way the sun shines through the trees, that will give me a sense of wonder. um Seeing sunrises, seeing sunsets, seeing beautiful things, like all these little things that you can access every single day, like it never fails to kind of bring me back to that place, or bring me back to that feeling of like, this is such a cool world, there's so much in it.
I'll say I'm jealous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a sense of wonder, and for me, it comes and goes. Um, and I think getting it to come when it's gone is a challenge. And so, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Hmm. Do you mind if I like ask you some questions as well?
Go for it.
Could you tell me about the last time you felt like a real sense of wonder in the world?
Um, that's a good question. I mean, it's not that long ago. I just actually bought a textbook on snowflakes, and it's just by this guy who is just really interested in snowflakes. So he started taking photos of snowflakes, and he has like the world's best snowflake picture taking setup, and he's got like all kinds of things. And so he took enough pictures of them where he's like, okay, well, let me study snowflakes now. And so he's got the textbook is on spontaneous structure in nature. Like that's the yeah. Snow crystals, a case study in spontaneous structure formation.
Whoa.
And so, I mean, like he's just got tons of pictures of snowflakes in here, and then
That is so cool.
so I like currently it's not like in this moment I don't think I have I do think I have a sense of wonder, and that's why I have like the energy and motivation to do a speaker series. Like I came up with this idea over a year ago and I didn't do it then. It's but there I don't have a good way of getting it when it's gone, I think.
Mm.
And it just goes with the wind. Like I don't have like a strong sense of what makes wonder come or go. Um, I have like a little bit better sense of like what makes awe come or go, but like not the same thing as like wonder, which I think are different, although I don't have a great way to tell you the difference.
That got my brain moving. Awe versus wonder. But I want to say that you're correct. Like there's a difference between awe and wonder. And now I want to know. Like now I want to properly define that.
I mean, we could do the boring thing and look it up, but I can give you like my general sense.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Um, so like I see like two ends of the awe spectrum being like awesome and awful. So
Ooh.
like something amazes you in how good it is, and something amazes you in how bad it is. Or maybe not bad. I mean, bad is like Yeah, I guess bad, right? Awful can be bad in both senses of
Yeah.
like evil and also low quality. Um, and I think for me, it's like the difference between like awesome is more about like I'm in awe that this thing is possible. Like it's not, I didn't think it was possible, and it is possible. So it's like a basketball player is awesome or a sports player is awesome because they're doing something that like I literally couldn't believe that is like humanly possible. Or um it's awesome that my friend did this thing when like maybe not that I'm betting against them, but I didn't know that they had that in them. Or that they're like, like they got this really awesome job, or like it's awesome that they matched in residency or something. But it's
Mhm.
like it's just something so hard that they were able to achieve. So it's something about um the effort, or like maybe not effort, but the accomplishment, or like, and I think wonder is more about like a curiosity aspect. There's like some curiosity part of wonder where it's just like whether it's possible or not, like this is an experience that makes me want to like enjoy it and then learn more about it, or learn about other similar experiences and enjoy those ones. It's like my intuitive sense of the difference, if
I
that makes
like
sense.
that. It does. It really does make sense. Actually, I really like the way you describe it. So it's like wonder is like, I guess it's like wonder is like the joy of like not knowing in a way. Like you said, like it's a curiosity. It's like oh, we're gonna go figure something out. We're gonna like experience something, versus like the awe, like being in a state of awe. Like you are experiencing it, whether it is awful or awesome. But it's like wow, like things being made possible that you never knew were possible. That's really good. That was a really eloquent way of describing it.
Thank you. It's been on my mind for a little bit, so I had some chance to digest it.
Beautiful.
I don't remember how we got here. Oh, how do you get your sense of wonder?
Yes.
Yeah, because a sense of wonder for me, I feel like is more of yeah, I just have less control over it. Like for like awe, I know that I can get it from like when I'm working hard at something. I'm not working hard, but when I'm working towards something,
Mm,
I generally have more of a sense of awe because I'm doing something and I have an understanding of what it takes to do that thing.
right.
Um, and so then your brain naturally like makes like parallels. So like I'm working out really hard, I'm gonna go compete in a competition, so I'm training really hard, and then I see someone else do a competition, and it's like I subconsciously said like this is a parallel. Like I'm doing a local event, he's doing a local event. I'm doing a local event, he's doing a regional event. Wow, that's awesome. He's doing a regional event. I know how hard it is to do a regional event in my thing. Or same thing, like I'm
Oh.
studying, I'm studying math, and then this person's studying medicine, and so like I see how much effort I have to study for math to do well, and they're doing really well in medicine. So like, wow, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
so for all I can see, it's just like, well, if I put an effort into things over time, I'll get a good sense. Like my sense of awe will come back. For wonder, like there's maybe it's like more of an arts thing. I don't know. Like maybe if I was painting more, I would have more of a sense of wonder. But
Maybe, yeah. I guess how do I have a sense of awe for a lot of things? I don't often think about what you just mentioned, which is like, oh, working towards something gives you a sense of awe and like seeing other people do the same thing, which like that was a really cool sentiment you just shared, by the way. Like I never thought about it that way, but it's really cool that somebody that you do or to hear that other people do. Um Sense of wonder, yeah, is like that for me. That seems to come. I'm more in like things just seem like things being wonderful, things seeming wonderful, having a sense of wonder about the world is something that I guess I really cherish, or I really have like trained like subconsciously about my for myself. Um, it's cool to have this distinction.
I'm glad I gave you this tool.
Yeah,
But now give me a sense of wonder.
give you a sense of wonder. Oh, how do I give somebody a sense of wonder through conversation? Um, Okay. It's autumn in New England. Oh, where in the world are you, by the way?
I'm in Boston.
Okay, okay, great. Are you in school?
Uh, I'm a software engineer. I'm taking classes part time.
Oh, gotcha. Cool, very cool. All right. Autumn in New England is one of the most wonderful seasons, in my opinion. If you just walk outside and you see the leaves like falling up from the trees, sometimes the leaves, well, now like we're nearing like the end of it or the waning end of it. So like we're nearing like the beginning of winter. But sometimes when it's like the height of that like leaf falling season, the leaves will fall so much that it looks like it's raining leaves. Like as you're walking, as you're driving, and like that to me is like, wow, that's so wonderful. That's so like I didn't even I didn't notice or realize this before when I was growing up and going to school and stuff, and I was just like focused. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, wow, like it really feels like I'm in some kind of snow globe, or it feels like I'm in a Hallmark movie. It feels like I'm in a painting, like the leaves falling from the trees. Like that to me is like a sense that gives you a sense of, like wonder about the world. And then I wonder like, oh, like is there anything else that I missed that was is so beautiful? Like was fall always this beautiful to me? No. Um is there anything else that I missed that could be raining from the sky that I didn't know about? I don't know. Does that kind of give you a sense of like wistfulness or whimsy?
I mean, yes, I saw I had a raining leaves moment last week. I was walking through the park, and like, yeah, a gust of wind came and took a bunch of. So I definitely do think that's wonderful.
Mm.
But I guess that like, because the thing that happens immediately after autumn and before the snow on the ground is like the dead winter. You get all of these trees with nothing on them, all the grass is dead, and the parks are muddy, and there's no
Yeah.
snow on the ground because global warming pushed that back to February. So like,
So where's the
so
sense of
what?
wonder?
We have like half a season of no wonder.
Well, in that case, you just gotta look for other things. Ooh, one of um one of the most pleasant feelings is feeling crunching leaves beneath my feet. Um, oh, or being able to hug trees. That might be a little out there for some people. Yeah, I guess like that sense of gratitude of just being able to feel the sensation of like even being able to feel like dirt beneath my feet. Feeling mud beneath my feet still kind of sucks. I don't really like that. But feeling like soft ground beneath my feet, feeling like the crunch of the leaves, like the slap of the pavement, like in the day to day though, nowadays it's gratitude for the beauty. Like it's just gratitude for stepping outside, having fresh air, seeing how beautiful everything is. And I've always been like an arts person, and I've always like really appreciated beauty in that way, or really like studied beauty in that way. So I hope that made some kind of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Do you have more to say on wonder?
Do I have more to say on wonder? Not really.
Okay, that's fair. I feel like we've probably spoken more about wonder than I've spoken about wonder in the previous rest of my life. So,
I hope that was a
um,
good experience.
it was. No, it was interesting. I'll probably have another conversation about wonder later. I'm gonna think about it now, so it's gonna be on my mind.
Mm.
I I don't remember exactly where we left off on adventurousness, but I did want to loop back and see how being off of the beaten path or taking the scenic route has that enhanced your adventurousness, or like has that been fuel for your adventurous spirit, or has it been the opposite? Do you think taking the scenic route has maybe had a negative impact on your adventurous spirit?
Hmm. Let's put it this way. I think going off the beaten path has made me realize what I can consider adventure and what I can't. or sorry. What I think being okay. Let me restart that. I think going off the scenic route has made me realize like what adventure can really be. I think before I had a very grand sense of adventure. Like, oh, adventure has to be this like big overarching thing with like a big goal and a big accomplishment and like a lot of like big grand things. But now I realize that adventure can be in daily life. And I realize that adventure like basically it's like things in your day-to-day and things in your mundane life can be enough to satisfy your craving for adventure. As long as you're looking for the right things, having a sense for the right things. For example, like trying out a new cookie at a bakery you've never been to. That's pretty adventurous. um Maybe I think before for me it might have been too mundane, but nowadays I'm like actually like this is a whole new adventure and I'm spending money and I'm like, "Oh my god, there's so many things that could come out of this." Like so if that makes any sense, like I realized that like a normal life can be very adventurous in a way, and it's just like it's like what you're seeking, you know?
No, I don't know. What do you mean it's like what you're seeking?
What you're seeking and what you're like for some I guess for maybe it's very personal, like a very personal view. For someone like me, I realized that the adventure I was seeking was an adventure of a normal life and not something very grand or very like over the top, you know? I keep saying, you know?
So, so like so previously you had imagined adventurousness as something very grand. Did
Yes.
you live that kind of adventure?
No, I did not. No, I
Okay.
didn't. I pictured adventurousness as like, for example, like moving abroad, like going on a trip across the world or like doing something like that, like crazy like that. And I never really lived that life. I've been close to home for most of my life. Um, with the furthest living away from home was when I spent a year in college in Louisiana when my family lives in New England. And I always thought that like that was the great adventure, right? To go far away from home and to be away from everybody you know and like to discover all of that. And um now I'm realizing like no, the great adventure is to be with the people you love, to be near home and to live well. So probably just I guess it's more of a personal development or me learning about myself.
So I'm wondering, like, while I can definitely agree that like trying out new things is adventurous, like going to the cookie in the bakery, um, I think there's a different word for what you're describing here about the great adventure being, um, spending like enjoying life with your loved ones. Um, the word is not coming to mind, but I'm sure that there is a word that like living a fulfilling life more. That's like,
Yeah, you can say living
yeah.
a fulfilling life. Um,
And I would argue those are different things. Living a fulfilling life versus living an adventurous life.
ooh, yes, like yes, those are two different things: living a fulfilling life and living an adventurous life. I would agree. So then, I guess maybe that's what I was going for. Well, I get okay. Speaking personally, I think for me, I always had that struggle of like I wanted adventure and I had a sense of adventure, but I never knew where to go with it, or I didn't know how to go with it. I didn't know how to fulfill that. Um, Learning how to fulfill a sense of adventure or having like a adventurous life, quote unquote, within a fulfilling life is important to me. Um, and that way, I guess they can be intertwined, like finding the adventure in the fulfilling life. If that makes like, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, right? Like your priority is to live a fulfilling life, and
Yeah.
then if there's adventure in there, let's go enjoy that adventure. Versus,
Yes.
yes, like yeah, versus just going to a third world country and then putting up a village and then being unfulfilled there. Sure, I understand.
That'd be crazy, but yeah.
I don't. I mean, people do stuff like that.
People
It's
do
not
stuff like
me.
that.
Okay, so so it sounds like you've been recently doing a better job of living a fulfilling life and then finding adventure in it. And so you have a sense of adventure, even though it's not necessarily like a grand adventure that they might make a movie about. It's like enjoying it's trying out new things and being open to new experiences and appreciating that within the context of a fulfilling life.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put that.
Okay, nice. Did you feel that you didn't have that sense of adventure before you fell into a fulfilling life, or you found yourself in a fulfilling life, I guess?
I think I really struggled with it. I think I really struggled with that like wanting more out of life before I kind of fell off the beaten path a bit. Um wanting more, wondering if I could be doing more, if I could be having more. It's a bit of like that like hedonistic treadmill, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But after finding fulfillment just like being with myself and being with my family, I'm like, okay, like you can still be adventurous here. It's just like it's just gonna look different, but that's okay, and I'm actually okay with that.
I'm not a big fan of okay as a word. Um, because okay kind of is a very like because okay can be like things are bad, but I'll tolerate it. And okay could also be like I'm happy and fulfilled. So when you say like I'm okay with that, that could be like that means that just means you don't feel super strongly about it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with it doesn't mean I'm
Mm.
happy, and it doesn't mean that I'm angry. But it just means that I've accepted this.
Okay, I can translate. I can translate. I am happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I am happy with it, and I think that I do think that it's enough for me. So, and that's more than enough to keep me like as long as I stay within that sphere of like fulfillment and peace, like that's enough for me. That's what I want.
I mean, happy for you that you have a sphere of fulfillment and peace. I think that's more than a lot of people can say. Do you find that that sphere of fulfillment and peace comes almost purely from um, staying close and connected with your loved ones? Because that's what it sounds like you've kind of been saying.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I will preach it from the hills. I think that for me, human connection is life. Um, Not saying that we all have other needs, like we have to eat, sleep, and like change and like take showers every once in a while, obviously. But being connected with people, whether that's in like a family way, a friendship way, a work way, even in like in a citizen way, like just like walking in the park and seeing strangers. Um, Being connected with people is like, or feeling connected with people is the most important thing to me.
What do you think has helped you the most feel connected with people? Or maybe not the most. What's something that you think has helped you feel connected with people?
Something that's helped me feel connected with people. Games.
Yeah.
I love playing games. I love playing little games. It starts from my childhood when you play like little games with your friends or your family. Um, Things like checkers or like chess and stuff. As I get older, it turns into video games or board games. any sort of little game, any sort of little like playtime with other people, even like an icebreaker. To me, that's like a little game, right? Like an icebreaker at work. Um, but like
You're
any
the
sort
reason we do icebreakers at work still? That's you?
oh yeah, 100% it's me.
Okay. We s- we were doing them every 2 weeks at my company for like the first half of this year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we would do like a little icebreaker at the beginning of like our retro. Like we would have a meeting every 2 weeks to review how the past 2 weeks went, and each that meeting like opened with an icebreaker. That's
Did
because of
you?
you, huh?
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
I mean, sometimes. I'd say I enjoyed it like around 30 to 50% of the time, something in that range.
Okay, I'll take that. And yes, you can 100% blame it on me because best believe I will be doing those icebreakers at work.
Okay. So, what you said video games, you still play video games?
I do.
Okay. So does playtime mostly look like video games for you now in terms of the games that make you feel connected?
Um, yeah, because a lot of my friends are long distance.
Power to you for keeping up long distance friends.
Thank you. They're close to my heart.
That's good. So then if you wanted to form new connections, you would invite them to a play date? Like a play t
Ooh.
like a you would have like a game night or something or what?
Oh, okay. This is a good question because no, if I wanted to make new connections, it'd always be over food.
Food? Okay.
Yeah, food. So if I'm not gaming, there's gonna be some kind of food involved. It's gonna be over dinner, over drinks. There's gonna be some like consumable
Why?
because food is awesome. Because food is awesome. It's something like sharing food or eating with other people. There has there's probably some kind of scientific backing that I don't know about, but there's something about eating with another person that just that just makes you feel connected. And I think eating alone is like for me, I don't like it at all. It can be peaceful at some certain points, but eating with other people is just it's a segue to connection. There's something about it. Oh, it's hard to describe.
Do you eat every meal with someone?
Nowadays I do, yeah. Because I live with my family,
Nice.
so I pretty much eat with them for every single meal.
Yeah, I mean I just had a bowl of cereal by myself, so I don't like that was what I did before this. Um
When I was working and living in New York, I would eat a lot of meals alone. I remember.
yeah, I mean I find it peaceful. I can definitely see it being lonely. But I feel like the difference between like peaceful and lonely is an expectation thing or like a hope thing. Like you hope to not have this meal alone, but then you do, and then that feels lonely. But if you hope to have no one talk to you for 30 minutes while you enjoy whatever, then that feels peaceful.
Yeah, I can agree with that totally.
I'm curious, so I'm curious about choosing to start or I mean, I guess I don't know if to start, but it's like saying that when you want to form a new connection, you eat, but is the games like the maintenance of a connection, or you don't think the games form the connections for you?
I think they can. Oh, by the way, this will be my last answer because it's 2:55.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, sorry. My bad.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I got it. Um, I think gaming is a good way to form connection to maintain connection on the daily. Um, but I think when you're meeting somebody, especially if it's a one-on-one connection for the first time, eating is like really really key. And um, maybe if it was like in a group situation where like you were gaming with a lot of people, I guess you could game one-on-one. I guess I just never tried it. I just had never tried it. It's totally possible. People do it all the time. It's just not something that I've been exposed to. I'm so used to like when you meet somebody for the first time, you just go eat with them. Yeah.
In a group setting, or just like you just grab dinner with just them, or drinks with just them, or whatever?
Usually, if it's like a just them situation.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm curious. Next time you meet someone, I want you to go play games with them first.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that first.
Okay. Um, Thanks for joining me. The hope is that you'll introduce me to someone new so that I can have another conversation with someone who you feel has one of these traits of adventurousness, wisdom, kindness. Uh, I do think you embodied this well, and I enjoyed this conversation. And I'll give you a few minutes so you can run off to wherever you're going.
Thank you so much for having me. It's Mika.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having, or Michael. Thank you so much for having me. This was really, really fun. And yes, I will think about somebody to introduce you to. By the way, what's your last name if you don't mind?
Khalil, Khalil.
Khall. Okay. It was so nice meeting you, and thank you so much for including me.
Nice to meet you too. Have a good one.
You as well. Bye.